Yeah. Come on. Welcome.
Good afternoon. Sean Higgs coming at you, midday money here on a Saturday, 24th of January, winding down the play clock for the month. 2 NFL games, 3 actually, right? I mean, two tomorrow. And we get a little week of hype for the Super Bowl. And listen, I'll come in tomorrow night. We'll do a look at lines. What's going to happen short of quarterbacks coming down with the Ebola virus and wide receivers being crippled in car accidents? Your first thought, the line comes out, and we've already seen the lines. We've already seen the look-at lines for these games. Barring crazy injury, you know who you like. I know people don't have a bankroll for a week or 2 weeks. You're really going to wait till the last second? I don't know. We'll see where the numbers are. I'll give you my pick. And then we will we'll roll into the overnight midnight money. Late picks will more be college basketball going forward. And we'll hit more of those during the week. It won't be the midnight editions like the old days, 12 a.m., 1 a.m. East Coast time. We'll kick it up to maybe 11 o'clock. There will be lines. So there will be still the overnight, the late show. And there'll be a couple more days a week now with college basketball. Because I got to shift a little bit to the NBA and hockey, right, as we wind down. All right, at Mr. Sean Higgs on the X. Come give it a follow. If you're on the X, back up for 52, 55 followers. Can't get over. I think the top I got to was 57, and then it drops down. If you're on the Twitter X world, come give me a follow. Plays are posted there. YouTube channel, like, share, subscribe, put that notification bell on. Costs you absolutely nothing to do all that stuff, right? You're already there. Hit the freaking buttons, all right? Come on. And iHeartRadio for after the fact, listening while you're in the tub or mowing the lawn, shoveling snow. Let that puppy play. I need $4.85 from iHeart. Plays are in the chat. Michael B's in the house. He had a 2-1 night. Rockies. And Colorado Rockies. We'll be talking about them in a bit. Rockets and the Nets. Bonnie, St. Louis 14-6 from 3 in the first half. Oh boy. I had 2 games yesterday. 2-0 day for college basketball with Wagner plus 7.5 and Fairly Ridiculous Doggy outright plus 7.5. So there we go. And yesterday we did have a couple here. I said, listen, I didn't like the whole we're playing back-to-backs. We got to get out away from a storm kind of stuff. Those games went 2-2, right? I'm pretty sure Western Illinois got clubbed like a baby seal as well. And even today, let's be honest, we had like 10 o'clock start times for some of these games. Early, getting out ahead of the weather. So there is that. There, and again, a lot of these bigger schools, I'm not going to roll into these guys. Here we go. We got the NFL, a pair of overs. Patriots 41.5, Seattle 47.5. They have not changed. I've put them out here at the beginning of the week. Denver is now up to a 43.5, by the way. So hopefully you jumped on that one. And the Rams game is down to 45.5. So that one has come down. So 2 moves, 2 different directions. We'll see how we do. I do not change them. I put them out here. We don't erase them. We don't delete. You got enough clowns who do that already in their Twitter feeds and their X's and Discord nonsense. And no, I'll leave them out here. I'll let it. We got crazy Mr. Numbers comes in and says, hey man, your record's off a game or two. Sometimes that happens. We might be off a game, or I might have put the spread in different, but we're not deleting. We're not doing that. Losing record, it's a losing record. Winning record, it's a winning record. College basketball 103 and 92 plus 3, 55 here in the video. And we're going off-roading. We are going off-roading with the Uglies today. 15 and 15 with the Uglies. If you want to include Wagner and FDU in the Uglies last night, I guess you could. That's not a major conference. But they fit the mold. The mold is now 48 and 25. So there is that. But here we go. Army plus 9.5. Boston plus 7.5. Binghamton plus 6.5. Jackson State plus 7.5. Coppin plus 12.5. Morgan State plus 15.5. Alcorn plus 8.5. And Pine Bluff via Arkansas plus 8.5. Where's Chris Tatum, our Pine Bluff guy? He hasn't been in a bit. I remember all the folks that come in who are regulars. I have 10 games up today. I got a 3-pack for later on tonight, but I got 10 all day. These all very well could have went up on the site today as well as plays up. And I do have these myself for a little bit, as well as my other 10 games. And I have, what do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And there's another 11 games that I moved on as well, personally. And, another 4 that were right there. I have a lot of stuff for me. Again, sites, I can't put out 35 games on the site. I can handle that in my world. But I stick with my numbers, and they've been rolling along lately. The last, I guess we started here on the 7th or 8th, and we were hitting 57% or something like that, 58%. So the numbers have been kind. I'm not gonna move away from them, but again, I can't do that site-wise. That would be it's bad enough throwing a 10 out there. People complain like, "Oh, what is this?" Which I find hard to believe, because people are in-gaming and first basketing up and anytime tutties and all types of props. Tim Rosenhaus, Rhode Island versus George Mason. I got nothing on this game. This doesn't make my cut of 30 games, Tim. And you've heard me say before, especially like King D comes in with these little pick'ems ones, circular ones, road fade by a point and a half, doggy or home dog one. I need points. Like, pick'ems are tough. All right, Houston today versus Stanford. I like that Stanford team. Remember, I want to bet Fresno against Grand Canyon. I thought I'd be getting 10 or 11 points. Fresno opens 3.5. Fresno, Grand Canyon. You thought you'd be getting 10 points at home? I mean, that's oof. Gary's liking the Rams. Here we go. 1st to 10, Gary. NBA, I need the lineups for the Mavericks first quarter. I love fading the Lakers. Also looking at the Magic first quarter. Fading the Lakers, I'm in. Backstage is in the house. All right, let's see what he's got this time. A couple losers the other day. What do we got, my friend? Again, I see backstage. Here we go. The pen is out. Backstage, Denver plus 5.5. And the Rams plus 3. There you go. Couple doggies. Oh, you know what? Money line parlay those cats if you think they're going to get there. For all the games today, which one would you want to watch? If I was watching a game, I would probably roll to the Houston game. I like all the games I have are smaller kind of programs, right? We're going small, mid-majors. But if I want to sit around and watch a good game, I don't know. I could see you don't do that Virginia game. I mean, I almost put Virginia out today. There would have been people like, why are you taking Virginia? I got Virginia winning by 10. I probably should have used them. I get locked into my little systems. So there's that. But I mean, again, Houston team I think is pretty good. That's a pretty good matchup today. Like Houston and Texas Tech. I mean, the Purdue game will be good, right? Alabama, Tennessee is going to be good. I mean, Kansas, K-State will be, rivalry. UConn, Nova. I mean, there's some games. It depends. Is it a game you're playing? Like, is it up against the game you have money on? You're gonna lean to watching a game. That's why I say bet and forget it. I can't sit and watch a game and live and die with kids missing, 9 shots in a row and then going 2-2 from the line and then missing. Backstage says Seahawks on the money line, taking a 3 with the Rams. I get it. Tip says he would tell you Maine versus Binghamton. No. I like those games. You turn on a little ESPN3 or whatever, have a bunch of games playing. I get that in the background. I say this all the time. It's one thing betting an NFL game or a college football game. It's a big, you're watching it. On a college basketball day, and it's me. I'm having more college basketball than I'm betting at college footballs. I think most people probably do. Same with whatever, baseball or NBA compared to a single day of a football. I couldn't sit and watch my games, the randos. It's not like it's a Friday night with 6 games or something. Like tomorrow we have, what do we have? 10 games on the schedule tomorrow, something like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 games tomorrow. As of now, we got some, a couple postponements. I don't know if anything else maybe that IU Indy will probably come off the boards. Evansville, depending on the weather here. You want to watch one of those games. I get it. I'm not sitting watching MEAC basketball or SWAC or Southland. Have I? Yes. On a Tuesday night when I'm waiting for that game to end for something else to come on, I'd be lying if I said I didn't watch it. But I'm not telling you to watch some crazy game on a Saturday. King D's in the house. Fresno was a 10-point dog at home to Utah State. And Nevada, only 3.5 to Fresno. I'm just saying. Listen, you're asking my opinion on the Grand Canyon, and I didn't think it would be a 10-point spread. I mean, Grand Canyon's okay. They're not a top 50 team or something this year. I mean, 10 points. You think they're 10 points back? I don't know about that. Columbia, money line, and Green Bay plus 7.5 in college basketball. I'm with you on the Green Bay. Who's Columbia playing? Their favorite. Who they got? Favored at Dartmouth on the road. Kindy cashed Furman yesterday. Nice win for money earning Furman. So then it blew out Western Illinois. Yeah, and I said that yesterday. I said Western kind of fit the little mold of games, but in a situation where you're playing a back-to-back, Southern Indiana was off a bad loss. And Western Illinois is like, let me just get out of here. Let me just get out of this joint. You know? I mean, even when we look at tomorrow's games, we got a couple cancellations for tomorrow. Tulane's off the board. Illinois State, Belmont, Tulsa, Rice. Lemoyne, Fairly Ridiculous is off the board. St. Francis and New Haven's off the board. I mean, we're going to see more of these. I was worried about today doing a bunch of games because I thought we'd see some more cancellations. Line is short. Fresno money line. Keep the points. The win outright, lose by double digits. I agree. Take the points. They're going to be right there in it against Grand Canyon. UFC for Mike. Big dog hunting. Lewis plus 270. First round knockout 6-1. Song money line plus 175. And Gath, knockout 4-1. Good to see my fellow wine time. And he's happy with the LA Lucas. See how they're doing. What they do the other day against the Clippers. Like Bun has with Smash. Appreciate it. Like wine time. He's a good guy. Good guy. A nice young man. A lot of you guys are younger than me. You talked about I hate these giant cards. Too much going on. I agree. Like I said, when you have 30-something games, it is tough to trim the fat. Because it's like I see some of the lines adjusting down out of my grid, right? So those we go into like the kind of close barricade. And then I look at the ones that are just a hair beneath that. Have they been adjusted as well? So 2 or 3 years ago, they would have been plays. 5 years ago, they would have been plays. 3 years ago, they would have been borderlines. Today, they're 2 points out of the range. I look at them to see how they do. That's why I keep the close ones that are, like my 5.5s, my 4.5s, 5s, like those kind of point ranges. I keep a track of them because I have to filter them in sometimes. And my 6.5, 7.5, 8.5s. Are they losing? How many am I losing by a point? I'm getting 6.5. They lose by 7. I'm getting 8.5. They're losing by 9. Like, are they? That's important if you're gonna rely on something in your numbers. Are the books adjusting those points? And we've seen it. I've seen it. I've kept track of them this year. But all right, listen, we've gone off the block with extra games today. They all fit my little criteria of plays. So there is that. Now, if you're looking and you're going to say, well, how come if this game's in, this game isn't in? I understand. But like if you look at this Bellarmine game here, you're going to say, hey, you got a road team here. Why don't you like it? Well, they were favored. I'm looking at kind of road dogs in these spots. We're not just taking road teams in general. So here we go. A lot of extras. Army plus 9.5. It's not 10.5. It was, by the way, this was 11.5 last night, by the way. Because I wrote it down last night. It was 11. And it was 9.5. I did the show. It's back up. It's to 10 now. 10.5. Next up, we're going to go Boston. It is 7.5. Again, I'm looking to the live screen here on Odds Logic for these games. Binghamton, 6.5. And then this was a fiver. This was one that I wasn't even going to make the board. It's got bet up a little bit to 6.5. I'm going to come in on Binghamton anyway. Jackson State is 7.5 as well. We'll take them. Coppin State versus Norfolk plus 12.5. What else we got here live? Howard versus Morgan State. We're taking the 15.5 here with Morgan State. Alcorn State, the same 8.5, has not moved here on the road versus Florida A&M. And Arkansas, Pine Bluff plus 8.5. Again, no movement on that game as well. But there you go. A lot of dogs, extra added board games today. Back tomorrow, weather permitting. I do have some rain falling now in my area. It is straight rain. We'll see what it's gonna do. It's saying it's gonna get down to 25 tonight here. So my rain at 8 o'clock tonight when it's 40 degrees, it could be a wintry mix. It gets down to 30 late at night with rain. So there you go. There's the freezing rain. And you gotta love it. 30 degrees in the morning. We'll see. I do have no rain in the forecast after tonight. So tonight is the tricky night. We'll see if I'm here tomorrow. I think I will be. But there you go. Happy Saturday. Championship Sunday is tomorrow. Hit the like button. Subscribe, notification bell. If you want my premium, I usually don't even hide my premium stuff. Probably people don't even know that. But there is a link if you want to support the channel and show all that good stuff here on YouTube. Thank you for that. Back on Sunday. Good luck, everybody. Bye-bye. There we go. Have a good one, Mike. King D. Snowshear got Stockholm cigars. Have a good one, King D. Take it easy. If I get